Hey guys, welcome to today's vlog. Abby and I are getting ready to head out and stop by the bank. Then we're gonna go meet up with that guy to purchase his collection. So that's just gonna be the beginning of the vlog here. And once we get home, I will show you guys everything that we pick up.
There's a big tote like this, but it's this long, then everything's on right here.
You really thought this was gonna fit in the car?
I didn't see pictures of it all together.
When it's all the little pictures, it does look like, yeah, maybe we can stuff that. You're opening the store, aren't you?
Yeah.
Do you already have the storefront?
No.
Okay.
Alright guys, so
You should.
I didn't realize that all the stuff will not fit in my car. When I was getting pictures, I was getting them individually. I didn't get a picture of everything together. So he's actually following us right now. We got to head back home so that we can unload there, because I forgot there was like a big TV included and there's some other stuff, and it would be probably 3 trips in my car. So we're headed back right now and we'll show you guys what we get after. All right guys, we got everything loaded into the garage here. And there's more stuff included than what was in the photos. So I don't know everything that's in here. Plus I haven't looked at the photos in at least a week, and there was 100 photos to begin with. So there's a ton of stuff. Abby's gonna film. We're just gonna go through this stuff and show you what's in here. So there's a SicCooper boy. This is a bag full of amiibo. They're all the Breath of the Wild ones. This box has a Super Nintendo system. There is a Wii system. There's a Game Genie for the NES that's busted. And then all the cables and some controllers for the Wii. This box, there's a World of Nintendo figure. There's a remote for a TV, and I don't...
That's Toshiba. That's to our TV.
So there's a giant TV right here. Nice CRT flat screen. That's the remote for it. Or at least it should be. There's a Sega Saturn controller, GameCube power adapter, weird NES turbo controller, another Saturn controller, a Genesis turbo controller, then there's a Sega Saturn system in here, and some cables, some Nintendo AV and RF cables. In this Huggies box, there is the box for the SicCooper boy. There's a Platinum GameCube system. There is the Mario Kart 64 telephone, which is staying in my collection. Abby wanted me to buy one of these last time, do you remember?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. These are Pogs. There was a whole box of Pogs in here, but here's another little stack. These are Super Mario Brothers die-cut note cards. It's kind of cool. This is the Edge gamepad, so this is for the NES Classic Edition controller here. Here's the box for a Mega Yarn Yoshi amiibo, so I'm assuming it's in here somewhere. There's a Ganondorf World of Nintendo figure. There's the convention exclusive Mario and Peach 2-pack. I already have this one, so this one will be for the store's inventory. There's an HDMI cable. There's a little Marvel Superheroes Deadpool figure, Walmart exclusive. And then 2 Legend of Zelda Christmas ornaments from GameStop. That is that box. Woo. This box has a battery pack for the Resident Evil Xbox 360 controller. Another rechargeable battery pack. There's some Wii controllers. There is a Wii Sports, Xbox 360 DVD remote, Nintendo 64 system with an expansion pack, no stuck reset button, There's another 360 cable. There are 3 Wavebirds in here and 4 receivers. There's the 4 receivers, which is awesome. Extra one. N64 power cable. N64 controller with a really good stick. Original Xbox DVD remote. Then there's some Super Mario Galaxy stickers from 2009. There's a Yoshi sticker. And there's a Super Mario pencil and a Nintendo 64 AV cable. In this one, there's 2 more GameCubes. Indigo and black with a copy of Donkey Konga in it. There are 3 Pixel Pals here. These are all 3 different colored links. This is a Club Nintendo bag, and inside is a Greenhouse multi-screen Game & Watch. That's pretty cool. So now we have 2 Game & Watches for the store. And then there is a Game Boy Micro charger and a Game Boy Micro system with a copy of something in it. Looks like there's one extra faceplate, and it has robots in it. That Club Nintendo bag is pretty cool. There's a Splatoon Squid amiibo. There's a World of Nintendo Peach figure, and then Ganondorf and Link Smash Brothers amiibos. Then there is a Legend of Zelda 5-pack World of Nintendo figures, and there is a little Samus ball. In this one here, we have 2 Donkey Kong bongos for the GameCube. There are 2 Super Nintendo to USB controller adapters. This is a Sega power adapter, not sure what it's for. Xbox One headsets, 2 Xbox One controllers, another Nintendo 64 AV cable, and a 3DS charger. The Xbox One controllers are black, but this one is the Day 1, 2013, but it's got something rattling in it. There's a couple extra batteries and stuff in there. Here we have a cool GameCube bag, and it's got something in it because it's heavy. Well, in here, there's one of these little things. There's 3 more Wavebird adapters and 3 GameCube memory cards. So 3 more Wavebird adapters, that's awesome. 2 59 blocks and a 251 block. In this little pouch here, there are 007 Agent Under Fire, Mario Kart Double Dash and Madden 2002, Luigi's Mansion and All-Star Baseball 2003, Super Mario Strikers and Tony Hawk 4, Batman Vengeance and Resident Evil 4 Disc 1 and Disc 2. And then there's more in here. This is a cool little backpack. So back here, there are 2 more Wavebird controllers, so now we have a total of 2 extra adapters so far. And I think that's all for that bag. We got another box here that's very light. It's full of Amiibo and World of Nintendo figures. So the rest of the Breath of the Wild ones, and then all of the World of Nintendo figures in here are linked. And here's one of the prototype ones. I think I have that one, but they're all Legend of Zelda ones in here.
He was a huge Zelda fan.
Yeah. I can't put them in correctly right now. It'll take too long. We have a goldfish box here that has a Sega CDX system. I have not had one of these for a few years, so that's awesome. Looks like cables and controller are in here. Also a Mario Maker Rubik's Cube puzzle. We got one controller and both cables for the Sega CDX. We got this box here. There's an NES Advantage. There's an NES 4 score. There's a bunch of RF adapters. 3 NES controllers, they're very dusty. And then a Star Master third-party NES joystick. Alright, so Abby told me to take my head off because it was blocking. But this next box here, we have an NES top loader. Super Nintendo Model 2. There's another GameCube power adapter. There are the power adapters for these two systems. There's the bottom cover to a Platinum GameCube. 2 Super Nintendo controllers and an NES dog bone. And then we have a little thing of games here, which is in a Joy Plus SN cartridge tray. Never seen one of those. I think there's another one right here. So in here we have Secret of Evermore, Contra 3, Yoshi's Island, Turtles 4, Captain America and the Avengers, Wolverine Adamantium Rage, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, Battletoads in Battle Maniacs, and Link to the Past. Next box here looks like, this doesn't even look like video game stuff.
Uh-oh.
It's just a bunch of cables. There is an Xbox 360 Turtle Beach headset, but the rest just look like standard power cables and some AV cables. Next box here. There is a Genesis arcade stick. 2 Genesis controllers. There's a Genesis Model 1 system. Kind of running out of space around here. There's Prize Fighter Disc 1 for end case for Sega CD. There's Dracula Unleashed for Sega CD. This is the manual for Ghouls and Ghosts for the Genesis. Then we have X-Men NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Batman Forever, Sonic 3, just a case it seems like, Sonic 2, Pac-Mania, and Mrs. Pac-Man. And then cables for that Genesis. And then Echo the Dolphin, Jurassic Park,
Woo!
Art of Fighting, another Toxic Crusaders, Sonic and Knuckles, another as in we already have one, Great Waldo Search, and Batman Returns for the Genesis. Alright, next up, we got the big Metroid World of Nintendo figure. Not super easy to find. Like I said, there's another one of those Super Nintendo cartridge trays. These are kind of cool. Never seen those before. We have a yellowed Dreamcast with nothing in it. We have another GameCube Indigo one with something rattling. This whole other box is just controllers and cables. There's an orange GameCube controller. There's an Indigo, 2 Indigo ones, 3 Indigo ones, and then one of these dual-colored Indigo and clear ones. There's all these controllers. And then there's 3 Dreamcast controllers, a Super Nintendo joypad, 2 GameCube power adapters, and some AV cables, and a PlayStation power cable. Then in this one, we have an original Game Boy with no battery cover. There is the Con for PSP. I don't know what this is. It's really heavy. These are the Brunswick bulk colander. I don't know what these are, but they're like solid metal. I don't think those are video game related. There's a Chuck E. Cheese token and a Video Express treasure dollar. And then these are like weird coins. Here's a Williams Terminator 2 medallion thing. Yeah, this is like The Game Is Watching You Funhouse. Here's a Bally Bugs Bunny thing. Party Zone, Star Trek, Pinball 25th Anniversary, Terminator 2, and I don't know what these are. These are just like little plastic things. So we have a case for Sonic the Hedgehog. There's some more Genesis games here. We have Sonic Spinball, another Jurassic Park, Mortal Kombat, a third Toxic Crusaders, Altered Beast, Crystal's Ponytail, Pink Panther Goes to Hollywood, Subterranea, Aladdin, and Fatal Fury. And then also Batman with No Label and Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Here is the red controller, but it has a battery pack, so this is a rechargeable one though, so the other one's the original. There's Little Big Planet for the PSP. There's a PS2 DVD remote factory sealed. There's a 20 gig Xbox 360 hard drive. There's 3 of these little plastic eggs, which have Wind Waker figures in them. And then there is an original Xbox in here with a GameStop controller. In this next box, there's a Game Genie guidebook. There's a bunch more World of Nintendo figures. These are the smaller ones. I'm not going to go through all of them, but there's a bunch of those. There's also a Super Mario Kart Hot Wheels car. There's also some of these World of Nintendo figures, the Walmart ones. A couple boxed N64 games. There's Star Fox, which is the player's choice one, which I'm going to be keeping. And then there's the Toy Story 2 variant. Let's see if it comes with anything. Nope. Just the cartridge in the box. So I won't be holding on to that one. It's supposed to come with a movie ticket, but it's not in there. There's an N64 Game Shark, and there's some N64 cartridges. We have WCW vs. NWO World Tour, Ready to Rumble Boxing 2, Automobile Lamborghini, Pokemon Puzzle League, someone was just asking about that one, and Iggy's Wrecking Balls. And then, looks like there's more stuff underneath these World of Nintendo figures. Remove those. There's a boxed Nintendo 64 third-party Interact controller. And then a stack of manuals here. Mario Party 4, Mario Party 5, Mario Party 6, Super Smash Bros., Luigi's Mansion, and Mario Kart Double Dash. I can definitely use those. Alright, so in this stack here we have a sealed Zelda Monopoly. There's a VCR California Games board game. There's the Pokemon Master Trainer board game. There are 2 brand new Nintendo Labo variety kits for the Nintendo Switch. So, oh wait, these are both different.
Yeah.
So, I'll be keeping these. He never even opened them, so they're still sealed. And then we have the Mario 30th Anniversary poster. And then there's a few marquees here. This one's, like, there's holes in it and it's cut, but it's NFL Blitz 99. That's probably just trash, I don't know. Looks like this other one might be cut up too. Oh, man. It's Killer Instinct 2. It's cut, but it's all taped on the back. And then there's Snowboard, which it says is from Namco. Can't really hold it with one hand. And then this one is all taped up. Oh, there's a bunch more in here. These are all glass ones. Ooh. I didn't know these were included. So, these aren't glass, these are plastic. This is Super Mario Bros. This is Versus RBI Atari Baseball. This is just a clear piece of plastic. Then there's 2 Versus Golf. This one looks like it's a big sticker. This one is an actual thing. Oh, well, I guess these are the same, and that clear piece of plastic goes with this one, so this one's brand new, technically. So next up, we got this giant green tub here, which looks like it has a bunch of games. Oh, I didn't know this was in here. Nintendo Labo customization set. Box is pretty crushed on the back, but I'll keep that. There's a boxed Game Genie for the NES. There's also 4 NES systems back here. I'm not going to bother showing them. So this tub's full of games here. So we have Duck Hunt, Adventures of Dino Riki, Super Mario Bros., Gray Cartridge Adventure of Link, Wolverine for the NES, X-Men, Joe and Mac, A Boy and His Blob, Super Mario 3, Mega Man 4, Gold Legend of Zelda, Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Mega Man 3, Ninja Turtles 3 Manhattan Project, Bible Adventures, Donkey Kong 3, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, Gold Adventure of Link, and Tiny Toon Adventures. Mrs. Pac-Man, Super C, Mickey Mousecapades, Tiny Toon Adventures, Double Dragon 3 with some paperwork, not the manual though, DuckTales, and Hogan's Alley. Pinball, Golf, and Pro Wrestling. Joe and Mac, Little Nemo Dream Master, Bart meets Radioactive Man, Bart versus the World, Ninja Gaiden 2, Ninja Turtles 2, Disney Adventures in the Magical Kingdom, TNC Surf Designs, and Bart versus the Space Mutants. Whoa, lots of NES games. Okay, we have Terra Cresta, Legacy of the Wizard with the manual, Journey to Celius with the manual, Iron Sword 2, Wizards and Warriors, Ring King, Solstice, Dr. Chaos, Chris Everett and Ivan Lendl Top Players Tennis, Nintendo World Cup, Ghoul School, that's a cool one, John Elway's Quarterback, The Guardian Legend, The Immortal, Solomon's Key, Joust, this is Shadowgate with the manual, TNC Surf Designs again, Jack Nicklaus Golf, Castlevania 2, and 2 copies of Rygar. Then Base Wars, Zoda's Revenge, Daydreamin' Davy, never heard of that one, Mylon's Secret Castle, and The Adventures of Bayou Billy. Mario Bros. Duck Hunt, Double Dribble, another Bible Adventures, Renegade, Star Tropics, Section Z, Iron Sword again, NES Open, Gauntlet 2, Deadly Towers, Fester's Quest, and Bad Dudes. Commando, Faxanadu, Phantom Fighter, haven't heard of that one before, Where's Waldo, MLB, Dragon Warrior, Archon, Bases Loaded 2, another Turtles 2, and Bases Loaded 1. Days of Thunder, Hide Lied, another Boy and His Blob. Amagon, McKids, Superman, and Digger T. Rock. Getting down to the rest of the NES games here, we have Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Captain Planet, Legends of the Diamond, that's a good one, Swords and Serpents, Cybernoid, Super Pitfall, and then 10-Yard Fight, Stanley, The Search for Dr. Livingston, never heard of that one, Karnov, and To the Earth. And then there's also some GameCube games in here. These are like all just top quality titles. There's Wave Race, Mario Party 4, Pokemon Coliseum, Mario Sunshine, Twilight Princess, Harvest Moon, Another Wonderful Life, Zelda 4 Swords.
But sealed.
Oh, dang. Yeah, that 4 Swords is sealed, but it's the Canadian version. I didn't notice that was sealed. That's really cool. I'll be keeping that. I don't know where I left off, but Mario Sunshine, Twilight Princess again. No, that can't be right.
Sorry.
Okay. Mario Party 4, Wave Race, Sealed 4 Swords, Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Pokemon Coliseum, Mario Sunshine, Another Twilight Princess, and Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. Then Zelda Collector's Edition, Skyward Sword for the Wii, Ocarina of Time, Mario Party 4, 5, 6, and 7, Pikmin, Super Smash Bros., Mario Golf, and Star Fox Adventures. None of these ones are sealed. And then we have Donkey Konga, which, yeah, the disc is in the GameCube. And an empty case here, which is Eternal Darkness. Next up is the Link Skyward Sword figure here. This is opened. Then we have this big box of Pogs and Slammers and all sorts of stuff.
It's really heavy.
Oh yeah, because a lot of the Slammers are metal. Then we have this box here. This top one is full of Magic cards. He said he doesn't know anything about them, and so maybe there's some good stuff in here. I don't know. I'll go through those later. And then in here, Star Trek Skybox Master Series trading cards. This is like the original booster box, but they're all opened in there. There's a Star Trek Deep Space Nine trading cards. These are also all opened, but it's full. This is just a bunch of Star Trek stuff. Lots of cards and a TV guide with them on the front. Then we have this box here. There's a Mario Advance strategy guide. Oops. This is... what is this? Subscan, gameplay instructions, and poster. It's for something Sega. There's also a tax scan, instructions, and poster. Yeah, I don't know what system those are for. There's a couple manuals. We have Romance of the Three Kingdoms 4, Wall of Fire for the Sega Saturn, and NHL 97 for the Saturn. Then we have a factory-sealed Mystaria, The Realms of Lore for the Sega Saturn, which I will be keeping. Then we have Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 and Alien Trilogy for the Saturn. We have Nights into Dreams for the Saturn and Mansion of Hidden Souls for the Sega CD. We have a box, a really beat-up box for Link to the Past, and also a really beat-up complete copy of Secret of Evermore, but the whole side is ripped off. Then there's Jet Moto for the PS1. This has Sonic Mega Collection and Simpsons Hit and Run for the GameCube, Mega Man X4 for the PS1, and a couple factory sealed soundtracks. So we have another Club Nintendo item here. This is a little Legend of Zelda bag. There's a factory sealed Pac-Man for the Atari 5200, but of course the box is in pretty bad shape. These are the Mario Sports Superstars amiibo cards. There's a bunch of those. This is like a checklist for the Mario dog tags, and then this is a big stack of Legend of Zelda cards. There's two NES cartridge box protector things. There's a Genesis Model 2 system. There are a bunch of cables, an Xbox, and two Genesis ones there. There's a third-party Genesis one, N64 power cable, two plug-and-plays, Namco and Mrs. Pac-Man. There is another set here of Legend of Zelda cards. There is a blue Game Boy camera, Jurassic Park for the Genesis, third copy, Nintendo Game Boy Advance e-reader with the Game Boy to GameCube adapter. There's two non-DualShock PS1 controllers, another Super Nintendo Super Pad, and another Genesis controller. And then we have a GameStop, they're super dusty, can't breathe, GameStop brand wireless GameCube controller. Third party GameCube controller. A couple Sega RF cables. And then some more Genesis games. We have Road Rash 2, Tasmania, Tin Head, Columns, Zoop, Risk, Sonic Spinball, Toy Story, Six Pack, Pac-Man 2, The New Adventures, and then Zero Tolerance, and then Star Wars for the 32X, and a generic third-party GameCube memory card. So next up is this official Nintendo sign here. I saw this in the pictures, and I thought that it was just a generic one, but it does have a Nintendo sticker on the back. The guy told me it lights up blue, and it came from some game store on the East Coast. And it's got these little stands on the bottom, so you can put it, you don't have to hang it, you can put it down on a shelf or something. That's very cool. There is a Pokemon Original 151 poster. And then this box here, I'm not going to pull them out, but it has these big Zelda Breath of the Wild window decals. And he said that they came from GameStop. They have a Think Geek sticker on them. It says Window Cling Kit. And apparently these were sent to GameStop, to the GameStops that had big glass windows in the front to put up. And so you put it on the window, there's something you do with it, and then you peel off the backing and it leaves the decal behind. There's one of them that has the Breath of the Wild logo and like some flowers, and then the other one has the big Sheikah like eye thing with some designs around it. So that's pretty cool. It's still brand new. I'll put it up in the game store possibly. And then lastly, we have this gigantic tub here. So let's go through. First off, Super Mario Amiibo cereal. Gotta have that. There's more World of Nintendo figures, more Legend of Zelda ones, and also Metroid ones. There's the Dark Link, a bunch of other ones. I'm not going to go through them all. There's just too many. There's more Amiibo. So we have Wolf Link and another Smash Bros. Ganondorf. I'll just put them down here. We have Toon Link from Smash Brothers and Shovel Knight. Then we have the Toon Link and Zelda double pack. then more of the smaller World of Nintendo figures. A bunch more of those. Then there's a McDonald's bag.
Uh-oh.
Which I'm sure you can imagine what's in here. So these are the Super Mario toys that have come out recently. It looks like a full set in here, all still sealed. There is a Legend of Zelda Symphony of the Goddess Master Quest poster from the Keller Auditorium, which was here in Portland, and it looks like he tore this off the wall because there's a bunch of rips in the corner where they would have hung it up. And then we have the Happy Home Designer Amiibo checklist posters. There's a couple of those. There's a Hyrule Historia poster, and then a couple of the Breath of the Wild pre-order bonus posters. Looks like there's a couple Twilight Princess posters as well. This is these are what, Super Mario stamps, I think, from Japan. And then another Legend of Zelda map, it looks like.
It came from the book. The hardcover guide.
For Breath of the Wild. And then take this card to the register to purchase this item for Mario Maker for the Wii U. This is kind of cool, just like a big display card. There's a Tomb Raider limited edition strategy guide. There is a Sega Pico game, Echo Jr. and the Great Ocean Hunt. If I don't have this, I'll keep it. I think he got it from the same Goodwill for the same price that we found ours for. Well, when we found a bunch there. There's GameCube system manuals, official Super NES game guide, Super Game Boy guide, and How to Draw Nintendo Greatest Heroes and Villains. Then we have the Playing with Power NES Classics guide. We have a really beat up Ocarina of Time guide. We have a Nintendo Power Majora's Mask guide. We have the Now Playing with Super Power for the Super Nintendo Classic, and a Premier Edition Twilight Princess GameCube version strategy guide. Then we have Classic Cheat Codes Edition, some little book with Mega Man on the front. Then we have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past story and art book. It's like comic book style. That's pretty cool. There's a Secret of Mana strategy guide and a Breath of the Wild guide. There's a factory sealed Twilight Princess HD Collector's Edition guide. There's the Legend of Zelda Art and Artifacts book and Hyrule Historia. Very cool. There's some more games in here. There's Mega Man 03 for the Game Boy Advance. Then we have Simpsons Hit and Run for PS2, Family Guy for PS2, Halo 2 Collector's Edition, Beyblade V-Force for the GameCube, Lost Odyssey for the 360, and Boom Blocks for the Wii. There's The Hobbit for the GameCube. There's Dance Central for 360, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition, NCAA Football and Topspin Tennis, Freaky Flyers for the GameCube, Namco Museum, and Alien vs. Predator Extinction. That's a good one. Then we have Tekken Tag Tournament, Extreme G3, another Halo 2 limited edition, Connect Adventures, and this blank one here is BioShock Infinite for the 360. Then we have a 2DS carrying pouch thing. We have NHL 97 for the Saturn, disc only, Mortal Kombat for the Genesis, and this has a bunch of stuff in it. There's Bomberman Party Edition for the PS1, that's awesome. We have, whoa, that's cool, I'm keeping this, a not for resale Minish Cap. That's really cool.
Can I see it?
Yeah. I'm definitely keeping that for the collection. Then we have Super Bomberman for the Game Boy, Donkey Kong Land 2, Wario Land for the Virtual Boy, and then some manuals. We have Final Fantasy Legend for the Game Boy. We have 10-Yard Fight and Friday the 13th manuals. And then this, I think, is a Zelda map for NES. Then in here is Star Wars Rogue Squadron with the manual for the N64. And then a pack of e-reader cards that's opened. There's another Nintendo 64 system with another expansion pack. There's another Super Nintendo system. There is a Game Boy player for the GameCube and a black Wii steering wheel. There's a third-party controller and another Wavebird. It's actually another Wavebird, so I think they all have receivers. GameCube controller, Genesis controller, and a Platinum GameCube controller. 2 more N64 controllers, both with good sticks. Another one with a slightly loose stick, and another double-toned GameCube controller here. There's an NES Zapper gun. Oh, and another good N64 controller. There's a couple GameCube microphones, a Master System controller, and some other random cables. And then there's some Game Boy games down here. There's 2 of these Switch Joy-Con covers here. There is an N64 microphone adapter and a couple Legend of Zelda dog tags, and then just some other random cables. N64 memory card, N64 jumper pack, 2 third-party GameCube memory cards, another N64 one, Super Mario Land 2 for the Game Boy, and then we have The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages with a ripped label. We have Link's Awakening DX for the Game Boy, and then we have a Japanese Oracle of Seasons, and another Japanese game that I don't know what this is. And I think that's it. I think that's all the stuff that we got from the guy. It was a huge bundle. Of course, the stuff wouldn't fit in my car like you guys saw, so we had to drive it over here. But that is everything that we got. Tons of new inventory, lots of stuff to go through and separate and test and clean and all that. So that's pretty much going to be the rest of my day today, I think. So I don't know what else I'll film, but you'll see that in a second. Alright guys, so as I was out here working on the stuff, getting everything put away, mailman came, dropped me off a little package here. So I figured I'd open it on camera. I cut the top open to see if it was something video game related, otherwise I wasn't going to show it. But there's 2 boxes in this box. And this is a package from NIS America. So in the first one here, we have Atelier, Leidy, and Sewell, I think, The Alchemist and the Mysterious Paintings for the Nintendo Switch, limited edition. And then the other one, oh, this is not what I was expecting it to be, because another game for the Switch came out recently, and I've seen some other people get theirs in the mail, but this is not that one. Oh, it's taped on the sides. So I probably should be getting another package fairly soon. This one is Fallen Legion Rise to Glory, limited edition for the Switch. I don't really like, I like the artwork that they do, but I don't like how it doesn't have like the name. I mean, it has the name of the game up here, but it doesn't say like Nintendo Switch or anything like that. But it says on the bottom, Fallen Legion Rise to Glory for Nintendo Switch, official hardcover art book, official soundtrack, CD, Medallion of Honor. And then the game, of course, that's what it includes. So, pretty cool package. 2 more limited edition games for the Switch collection. So I called that place earlier that we went and checked out yesterday, and unfortunately that location is like 95% done, actually being leased to a donut shop. Apparently they've already done the applications and everything. He's just waiting for the guy to turn it back in. So that place is off the table, but there's a place right next door that I showed the very corner of. It used to be an appliance store. Currently it's 4,000 square feet, but he said that there's a back entrance and it's really long, so he could put a wall up partway back and we could rent out the front part. So that's an option. We're going to be going to look at that on Friday, I believe. But I don't know. I don't like the building as much. Or I don't like that location as much. Like, it's coming out wrong. I like physically where it is in Vancouver. I love that it's on that corner there. But I don't like the actual space as much as I like the one we went and looked at that was by Fred Meyer. So I left a voicemail with the original leasing agent for the Burton space and the one by Fred Meyer, and hopefully he gives me a call back tomorrow. And I told him that I wanted to check out the inside of that space because we only looked through the windows. We didn't get to see what the back rooms look like or anything. So hopefully we can go check that out sometime this week. And of course I'll report back and let you guys know what I hear. Well, guys, the day got away from me. I fell asleep and it's now 9:17 p.m. I don't know what went on. I was so tired, so I just had to fall asleep. While I was asleep, Abby made some dinner, so I got mine here. Chicken and green beans. I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna get the vlog edited. Luckily, because we bought that huge collection earlier, there's enough footage to still give you guys a vlog for today, but I do apologize that is mainly all I have. Yeah, I guess that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack the like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, and we'll see you again tomorrow.